Hello friends. Self-discipline is a book about the biggest fight of your life to fight with yourself. When we make excuses, when we avoid, when we turn away from our dreams, then one thing can save us. Self-discipline. And this power, this secret, today we have brought for you. Hello friends. Welcome to your audio English book summary where we don't just read books, we live them. Today we will know how a book like Self-Discipline can burn the laziness hidden inside you and can turn you into that person who never gives up. Watch till the end of the video because this is not just a book. This is a weapon for your biggest fight. Chapter 1. Self-Discipline and Success. But the path is not easy because this path is not made with motivation but with discipline. Motivation supports you for a few hours or a few days. But discipline is the power that pulls you in the right direction every day in every situation whether you like it or not. Now one question: is success a miracle? Is there any born genius? No. Success is for those who learn to control themselves, who rise above their emotions and take action, who create opportunities for themselves instead of saying that they didn't get the chance. This is the difference between an average person and an extraordinary achiever. Discipline does not mean that you should always be inspired. It means that you should consider your goals so important that no matter what happens, you should not back down. Sometimes you will get tired, bored, you will feel like giving up. But if you have discipline in you, then you will do what you don't feel like doing just because it is important. It is just like an athlete practices every day, whether it is rain or sun. He knows that if he pushes his limits a little more every day, then one day he will become the king of the field. Self-discipline takes you out of excuses. It teaches you that no matter how strong your emotions are, you can be stronger. Have you ever noticed that successful people are always in a routine? They plan, implement, and evaluate things. They are not whimsical. They are predictable, and this consistency makes them different. Today, if you ask yourself honestly, are you doing everything you can? Are you making yourself better every day? If not, then maybe you don't need any motivation but self-discipline. Because discipline is the bridge that is built between your dreams and reality. One day you will also be at that point where you have to choose rest or growth, immediate pleasure or long-term satisfaction. And at that time the one you choose will write your story. Discipline is not glamorous. It is not flashy, but it is reliable. It is the same ladder that people climb to reach the height of success, whether he is a writer, entrepreneur, athlete, or any ordinary person who has done something extraordinary. So next time when you feel that you are not able to do it, then ask yourself only this: am I serving my comfort zone or becoming a master of my future? Self-discipline is tough, but success is bigger than that. And if today you have made a promise to yourself that you will become a little better every day, then no goal is far from you, because in the end only those who live by themselves get success. Think once, if your life was a film, who would be its director? Your family, your friends, your situation, or yourself? The truth is that many people give their films control to others. Some say I couldn't do it because I didn't have the resources. Some say I didn't get the chance. And some people keep thinking the same thing all their life. Fate didn't support you. But there is one truth that is very bitter and liberating. You are 100% responsible for your life. Yes, you, your happiness, your income, your health, your success. All this depends on your choices. It sounds easy to hear, but it is very difficult to accept because it is very easy to blame. If something goes wrong, then we immediately blame someone else. The system, the economy, the parents, the teachers, or fate. But as long as we keep blaming others, we will not have the power to change ourselves. Taking responsibility means accepting that whatever is happening in my life, I am also a part of it. And when you accept this, then a magical transformation begins within you. Because now you are no longer a victim. You become a creator. Every morning when you wake up, ask yourself a question. What can I do today to make my life a little better? This mindset separates you from the crowd. But this path is not easy, because when you consider yourself responsible, the wall of excuses falls. Now you face your failures and take accountability for your actions. When a child falls, the mother says, "It's okay. Try again." But when an adult falls in life, He often says, actually, growth starts where the blaming ends. When you accept that yes, this was my mistake, then you also have the power to improve. This is very powerful. People who become extraordinary in real life, they see every situation as an opportunity. No matter how bad the situation is, they say to themselves, I will take charge. I will fix this. And this attitude makes them a leader from a common person. This is not possible without self-discipline. Discipline teaches you not to live with emotions but with principles. When the world says give up, then the person who takes responsibility says let me try one more time. There must have been many moments in your life where you could blame someone. But tell the truth, did anything change by blaming? No. What changed? It changed when you did something yourself. Taking responsibility does not mean that you blame others. It means you recognize your strength. You have the capacity to change the situation, no matter how difficult it is. Imagine if every person takes 100% responsibility for his life. How powerful the world will become. No one will be left behind because everyone is busy moving forward. No complaints, just improve. And today if you are thinking that I do not have time, I will not be able to do it or my background was not right, then just stop for a moment and ask yourself, do I want to be the driver of my life or should I sit in the back seat and let others decide? Responsibility is a gift, painful but powerful. And if you start adopting it from today, then a new chapter will open in your life because real freedom starts from where you become the master of your decisions. Chapter 3. Self-discipline and goals. Why? Because most people dream but do not know how to turn them into goals. And a life without a goal is like a journey without a map. No direction, no destination. Now think, if you sit in a taxi and tell the driver to take you anywhere, will he be able to take you to your destination? No. This is exactly what happens when we do not have clear goals in our life. We just keep walking, sometimes here, sometimes there, and then get tired thinking that maybe fate was bad. But the truth is not fate. The direction was wrong. There is a deep relationship between self-discipline and goals. Discipline is the fuel that pushes you towards your goal every day. It makes you wake up early in the morning. It gives you the courage to turn off your mobile and it gives you the strength to fight distractions. But the goal is your North Star. Without it, discipline also gets lost. Now let's take a real-life example. There are two boys, Arjun and Deepak. Both join the gym on the same day. In the first week, both are full of enthusiasm. But 2 months later, Deepak disappears. Arjun is still in the gym and is pushing his body every day. Why? Because Arjun did not just join the gym. He had made a crystal clear goal in 6 months: fit body, defined muscles and a healthier version of himself. He had a vision, whereas Deepak had only motivation which disappeared in a week. This is the difference between a dream and a goal. A dream is just a dream. But a goal is a road map to turn a dream into reality. Making a goal does not just mean thinking. Making a goal is a written commitment, a promise that you make to yourself. And when you make this promise, discipline helps you to fulfill it. Many people think that making a goal restricts you. But the truth is that it gives you freedom. Freedom from confusion, freedom from regret, freedom from wasting time. When you know what you want, it becomes easy to say no. You can stay away from distractions without guilt because your focus is on your goal. Discipline does not let you stop and a goal does not let you wander. Remember, a goal without action is just a wish and action does not last without discipline. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine that you have achieved everything that you want. A better career, financial freedom, emotional stability, physical fitness, a meaningful relationship. Now, open your eyes and think if you are walking in that direction every day. If not, then maybe you still have to set a goal. A goal that scares you, excites you, and gives you space from the comfort zone you are stuck in. Start small, but do start. And when you write down what you want, a new clarity comes into your eyes. And then discipline pulls you to that goal. Any big achievement starts with a small clarity. What do I want? And it moves forward with a small courage. What can I do every day? So today, Just do this. Pick up a notebook and write down your goal. No excuses. No delay, just write it. Because when you give yourself a direction, not just the universe, but your own discipline starts helping you. And then the goal doesn't remain a dream. It becomes your future. Chapter 4. Have you ever thought about self-discipline and persistence? Those who keep falling but still keep getting up. How do they do that? Everyone talks about talent, about luck. But the thing that works the quietest and shows the most effect is persistence. Should I tell you a truth? In this world, lakhs of people start their dreams every year. Someone starts a business. Someone starts a fitness journey. Someone wants to write a book. Someone chooses a new career path. But only a few people can reach their goal. Why? Because it's easy to start but it's very difficult, and this is where the real role of self-discipline comes in. Persistence is not a glamorous thing. It doesn't get any applause or any spotlight. It happens with you when everyone else has left you, when you are tired. When you see that you are not getting any results, even then you say, I won't stop. Imagine a child who is learning to walk. He falls again and again. He gets hurt again and again, but he stands up again because he doesn't know what it means to lose. His brain doesn't consider failure as an obstacle but a process. So when do we learn to accept defeat? Persistence doesn't mean that you will never lose. It means that after every defeat, you will stand up again and try again. Not once but 100 times. Let's talk about a real-life example. Thomas Edison experimented more than 1,000 times to make an electric bulb. People laughed and taunted him, but he didn't stop. He learned something and finally he turned darkness into light. Now you must be thinking he was Edison. I am a normal person. But listen, Edison didn't have magic. He had magic, discipline, and perseverance. And that persistence, that perseverance is inside you, too. Every time you say, I won't be able to do it today. I'm tired now. Maybe I'm not made for this. At the same time, you take a step back from that edge where maybe your victory was waiting for you. Success never goes in a straight line. It's like a zigzag road where sometimes it's uphill, sometimes downhill. But the people who keep walking on that zigzag road, they eventually reach the highest peak. Now think you started a YouTube channel. For the first few weeks, the views didn't come. Subscribers didn't increase. If you didn't have persistence, you might have stopped there. But the creator who uploads videos every day learns something new every day, understands the audience that becomes viral one day. Similarly, when a writer sees a blank page and still writes, when an entrepreneur gets rejected and still pitches, when an athlete practices every day, even if no one is watching, these people silently, patiently bring themselves closer to success. Self-discipline tells you to work even when you don't feel like it. And persistence teaches you to keep walking even when the road is muddy. There is a saying, winners never quit and quitters never win. This is not just a quote. This is the truth. People who keep trying, they eventually win the game. No matter what field they are in, sometimes you will get tired. Sometimes you will feel that everything is useless. But here, remember yourself. I have come this far. Now I cannot stop. Self-discipline is a muscle and persistence is its endurance. The more you use it, the stronger it will become. So next time when you feel like giving up, just take a pause and ask yourself, can I take one more step? Because it is possible that the next step will change of your journey. Chapter 5. Self-discipline and time management. Think about it. If you have a bank account in which every day you receive is 836. Now know one more thing. Every person has an account like this. The only difference is that it doesn't have money but time. Every day it may take 1 to 200 seconds. And if you don't invest it in the right place, it will go away forever. This is time. The most precious, the most limited and the most underrated resource. Now one question, how do you use your time? Do we wake up with a clear plan every morning, or do we start the day with a lot of confusion? What do I have to do today? Where do I start? In reality, a lot of people are busy but not productive. They run around all day. They are caught up in small things. They are tired at night and say, I couldn't do anything big today. And this is where the real role of self-discipline and time management comes in. Managing time is not a technique. It is a mindset. It is the same art that makes an ordinary person uncommon. Because the one who controls time, he has controlled life. Now let's come to a real-life scenario. Suppose there are two people, Rohit and Karen. Both do the same job in the same office on the same salary. But Rohit gets up early every morning and makes a full schedule of the day. He knows what task he has to do at 10 o'clock, what is the priority in the afternoon, and how much time is needed for self-growth in the evening. On the other hand, there is Karen. He snores, gets up late, runs to the office, checks his mobile again and again in the middle of work, and gets frustrated with himself in the evening. Now you tell me, how much difference will there be in their lives after a few years? Just because of discipline and time management, Rohit will reach the level where people will say, "Man, he is lucky." But the truth will be that he has made his destiny with his own discipline and planning. The first rule of time management is to make every day intentional. That is, it should be decided before the beginning of the day what you have to achieve. Discipline gives you the power to avoid distractions. When your mobile buzzes again and again, when Netflix calls you, when friends invite you, you still choose your goal. Respect your time. Time management is not a boring routine. It is a way of self-respect. When you say "I don't have time," then you are actually saying that I don't have a priority. Because the truth is, we all have as much time as a billionaire has. The difference is only in how he uses his every minute and how we do. Self-discipline teaches you that there is a right time for everything. It teaches you how important it is to make a difference in the urgent and important, because those who only run after urgent tasks are never able to focus on important goals. Successful people spend the most productive hours of the day, that is a few hours in the morning, to give their most difficult and impactful tasks, while the rest of the people waste those hours in scrolling and snoozing. Now listen to a short story. There was a student who had to prepare for the exam. He had 10 days, but he kept procrastinating every day. "I will start from tomorrow," and in the last 2 days he was afraid and tried to postpone everything, but the result came fail. On the other hand, there was another student who decided 2 hours every day just for study. He avoided distractions, went by schedule, and topped the result. What was the difference? Same syllabus, same days, just one mastered time and one wasted time. Today, when you are listening to this, you may also have the same goals that you have been postponing. "I will do it when I get the time. I will start when the right moment comes." These are all illusions, because this is the truth. The right time never comes. You have to make it. Time management and self-discipline can make you extraordinary on average, but only when you live every day consciously. Conclusion. So now, when this journey is coming to an end, stop for a moment. Think, what did you learn from this book? Maybe you realized that success is not a mystery. It is not magic. It is not a shortcut that only a few people know. Success is a habit that every person gets who learns to fight himself. Self-discipline is the same power that lifts you up every morning and pushes you towards your mission. Whether you are tired or not willing, or the whole world is against you. This book does not teach only rules or techniques. It teaches you to wake up, to recognize your potential, to end your excuses, and to get out of everything that has stopped you so far. You realize that taking responsibility does not make you powerless. In fact, this is the first step to becoming powerful. You realize that without clear goals, you cannot go anywhere. And without persistence, any journey is incomplete. Time, money, health, relationships. Discipline is the real hero in every field. There is only one message in this book. No excuses. There is no reason, no license to stop you. Every time you are made an excuse, you take a step back from the person you could have become. But if today, right now, you have decided to free yourself from excuses, then believe me, you will be unstoppable. Because the biggest change in the world starts from where a person tells himself not anymore. Now I will win myself. So let's turn the last page of this book. But its real journey starts now. In your life, in every action of yours, in every decision of yours. Thank you.